first one, getting to know your team. When you get over there, one of the best things that you can do is I love to share the space with my team. We jumped on, has anyone heard of a website called Airbnb? It's a really cool website where you can rent properties direct through people. We basically got a big apartment house thing, and we all lived in the same space. When I went over for the SEO method workshop, we all stayed in the same place. You know, we were having cooking meals together, going out for dinner, hanging out, seeing them in the morning. We were in each other's space, and I think that really connected. So I'd recommend spending some real one-on-one time with them. Again, that shows them that you're not somehow different or special or anything like that. I always found it funny, like the first time we went over there and I pulled all the team together, they're kind of like, yeah, order one room, we'll all sleep in the one room. You know, they'll get 3 or 4 beds and push them together and they're all sleeping, you know, in the same room. It's very different, and they like that community. So when I went back, that's when I thought, right, I'm going to make sure that I live in that same space with them, because I want them to know that I'm with them, I'm not separate from them. And in that time that you do spend with them, this is when you get to understand their interests and what they're good at, their skills and their talents. You find out about past jobs that they've had. You know, maybe they didn't let you know, but they love doing graphics, or maybe they're quiet, you know, closet video editors, and they don't actually want to say anything even though they're making videos for you. And you start to uncover all of these talents and find, oh, you mean you used to work for this BPO, this business process outsourcing company, and you already know how to create all of these systems? Why didn't you say something earlier? So really getting into that space is good. Finding out their personal goals and projects and things like that. For some reason, I seem to attract, and maybe it's the way that I hire things, but I do sometimes attract the entrepreneurial team members on board. It's something that in the early days, it must have been I was attracting in people that were similar to me, but I would find it's kind of like they'd grow up to a certain level and then they'd kind of move on. So now what I try and do is I make sure that I find team members that I can grow with them. So I find out what are their goals. You know, I'm asking them what things do you like to do, and making sure that I try and get them working on projects that enjoy them and excite them, and tie things in. So that way they stick with me, they help meet their own personal objectives, and it grows what we do. And I always say to them, I say, look, work is one of those things. You have to do it to put, you know, food on the table, and the least I can do is try and make it something that we enjoy, that we all enjoy. In the OPM one, I talked about one-on-ones and PDRs, personal development reviews. That's a really good time to do it when you're over in the Philippines. Sitting down with them and really, you know, finding out what they're liking and what they're not liking. That's a great way to do it. And in a group environment as well, giving any sort of recognition. If someone's doing something really well, that's a great time to do it. Same with pay raises. And we've listed out a whole bunch of questions. You know, the survey, quite a few of you filled in the survey before you came, and I've listed out all of the different questions, and we're going to go through that in the next session. But things like, what do you do when someone asks for a pay raise? Those are the types of questions that we'll get to answer. So firstly, obviously you're getting to know them. The other thing that I like to do is have some time with them. If you're going to head over there, you probably want to have at least 2 or 3 days with them, at least the first time that you go, because there's a lot of things that you need to cover. Obviously there's all that getting to know you stuff, but then you want to start to help share with them the bigger picture. You want to share with them what the business is up to. I start off by recording a video. I might even have a photo. I mean, that's a photo of where we did it. Time before, we hired out this place that had an amazing view. Actually, I've probably got some photos elsewhere. And we basically sat there and I explained out, here's the business, here's the different areas of the business, here's where you fit into it. Again, in a virtual space, oftentimes the content writer or the article writer or the person just working on e-support, they might not understand where they fit into that bigger picture. So it's really important to go, here's what the complete business looks like, and this is the important bit that's your responsibility. You know, I need you to deliver on customer support because that's one of our primary things. We make sure that we over-deliver for clients, and that's the role that you fulfill, so they can see where they fit in that bigger picture. Also, part of that is reviewing staff responsibilities, letting everybody know, okay, well, you're now managing SEO, okay, you're handling billing, you're handling customer support. company projects and updates per division depending on the size, and if you've got team leaders, it might not be a case that you get everybody together. You might just get the team leaders together and they can report on their respective areas. That kind of depends on where you're up to with building your team over there.